Hello fans, Blugoblin here with my latest comic book review for this week in March 2010. Thanks for joining me. Before I get started, I want to let everybody know I can't guarantee that I will be doing a review next week because, well, you can't tell by just looking behind me, but I'm in the middle right now of doing renovation, especially in my bedroom and in other parts of my house. So I don't know if I'll have time to do a review next week, but I'm hoping to. But let's go ahead and review the books that I got this week. We're going to start things off. We're going to start off with my pick of the week. Amazing Spider-Man 625. This is another story with the Rhino versus Rhino, and I know there's going to be somebody who's going to make a joke saying, ooh, hot Rhino on Rhino action, pfft, whatever. But this was an amazing book. Just amazing. Joe Kelly, you're the man. This is great. Great stuff. I loved it. It's just, it felt like I really do feel like I'm reading Silver Age style Spider-Man. And you know, not all books can pull off a Silver Age storytelling and look credible, but this one can. This is awesome. Just magnificent storytelling. The artwork's fantastic. You know, you still got to feel bad for Peter Parker. You especially got to feel bad for the original Rhino in this story because unfortunately something happens to him. I'm not going to spoil it, and it's just such a gut wrencher. You can't help but feel for him. You have to give him some respect. It's just a fantastic finish to this Rhino story that takes place in the Gauntlet. Very, very, very well done. Just beautifully done. This is an issue I recommend that you must have. This is well worth your $2.99. Well worth it. Just a beautiful, beautiful book. Now we're going to flip it, and let's go to Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth, number 9. Dear Marvel, wake up! What the hell are you doing, Deadpool? I mean, come on. It's bad enough you're overdoing it, but really? Seriously? The only reason why I'm continuing to buy Merc with the Mouth is because the covers are awesome. And that's the only reason, because the story, in one word, stupid! It was stupid! I tried to laugh at the bad jokes in this book, but I can't. They're just not funny to me, and it's just, I feel that the storytelling in this particular series is progressively getting dumber. It's just, crap, just pure crap. And I obliterated that book by slamming it on the ground. It's ruined. I don't care. I don't care. Just, get that shit away from me. Terrible. Siege number 3. I got to admit, this one was a lot better than issue 2 was. A lot better. But still, it's not as awesome as I've been hearing it has been. You know, I've been hearing people say, oh, this Siege is awesome. Some of it is, and some of it's not. It's not 100% awesome to me. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah, I got to admit, there were a couple parts in here that I just loved. I will never get tired of seeing Spider-Man slug Norman Osborn around. I'll never get tired of that. And the last page didn't exactly shock me, but I was like, okay, this better end well, or I will be disappointed. But all in all, I'd say it was all right. All in all, I'd say it was all right. Batman 697. Oh, and by the way, in case you didn't believe me on obliterating that Deadpool book, look at that. And just for fun, I'll throw it again. Okay. Batman 697. Tony Daniel's conclusion to the whole Black Mask revealed story. Yeah, I liked it. I gotta say this is a bit of half and half for me. I'm talking to the buyers of Batman, the people who got Batman on their pull list. I'm going to tell you right now, if you pick this book up and you were about to read it, and if you were expecting to be shocked, you're going to be disappointed. If you're expecting to be mildly surprised, then you get your money's worth. You know, because the reveal of who Black Mask is, and I'm not spoiling it, it didn't shock me, but it surprised me. And then when I started reading the story a little more, and started putting two and two together, I was like, it makes sense. It's not a jaw dropper, but it makes sense, and I'm glad I picked it up. This is a good one, and I loved, I will say this, I loved Dick Grayson's statement at the end of the book. He says, "My name is Dick Grayson. I do what I do for Gotham City. I don't do it like Bruce. I do it like Batman." I thought that was awesome. Awesome statement. Very good. Very, very good. Green Lantern Corps 46. This is the last Green Lantern Corps tie-in to Blackest Night. It's going to be sad to see Blackest Night go because it's been such an awesome crossover event. I've loved every bit of it, and this was no exception. This was really good. I got to agree with Mark. It did feel, this particular story felt rushed. They were trying to do like maybe 2 or 3 climaxes associated with Blackest Night and put them all into one issue. That kind of takes points away from it. But all in all, I did like, he's already spoiled, and I'm sure everybody on the internet's talking about it, so it's not really that much of a spoiler. Yes, the Anti-Monitor shows up, and it's just awesome. Good stuff. Guy Gardner really takes command in this book. Very good stuff. Guy Gardner, he really does indeed, no pun intended, shine in this book. Very good stuff. I recommend you pick this up. Even though the story was rushed, it was still very awesome. Very, very good. We're going to continue with the Fall of Green Arrow. This is Green Arrow 31. This is after the Justice League Rise and Fall special, which I gave good props to. And for those of you here on YouTube who have been wanting me to review Green Lantern, and you guys know who you are, here you go. Here's a Green Arrow review. And this was very, very good. I got to agree with Mount Vernon Kid. Oliver, Green Arrow here, is sort of becoming like DC's equivalent of Punisher. That's what it feels like to me. But I'm actually okay with it, because I respect the character of Green Arrow. He's awesome. But I gotta be truthful. This book wasn't as awesome as the Rise and Fall special was, but it was still a good read. Very good stuff here. It feels like an old-fashioned comic book where the character just literally narrates every single thing he does. And it works. It works for this character. It works for this book. J.T. Kroll knows how to write this character. This is very good. I was very pleasantly impressed. I liked it. Not everybody's going to like it, but I did. So there you go. I'd recommend picking it up. Let's move on. Spider-Woman. This is issue number 7. Written by Brian Michael Bendis, art by Alex Maleev. The artwork is still awesome. Now, this is a Bendis book I recommend everybody gets behind. Bendis can write Spider-Woman. He may suck on Ultimate Spider-Man, and he may suck on a lot of other titles, but this is very good. This is really, really good. Bendis needs to put full focus on this particular series, because this, I feel, could be underrated, because it continues after, it's still dealing with the story about Jessica Drew going after all the last remaining Skrulls after the Secret Invasion, but it's brilliantly told, brilliantly put together. I loved the fight between her and the Super Skrull in this book. Very, very, very good. I was pleasantly impressed. It's well worth your $4. Do yourselves a favor and probably put Spider-Woman on your pull list, because it's a fantastic series. It's underrated, yet it's just awesome. It looks noirish to me, and I love it. Let's end this with Booster Gold, number 30. Things are booming in Coast City. Dan Jurgens, wow. Where do you come up with this brilliance? I mean, if you haven't been reading Booster Gold here lately, you're missing out on a gem of a title. This truly is the greatest hero you've never heard of. This is a brilliant issue. This really makes you respect the character of Booster Gold when you see what he has to do in this book. I'm not spoiling it. I'm not going to spoil the ending. The ending was remarkable. Just remarkable. Oh, man. I am so glad I spent my $3 on this. Wow. Dan Jurgens, thank you for giving us such a beautiful issue of Booster Gold. Here you go. This would have been my pick of the week hadn't Spider-Man been so good. Yeah, it was down to either Booster Gold or Amazing Spider-Man, and I gave it to Amazing Spider-Man, because as awesome as this book was, Spider-Man was a tad better. But here you go. Might as well say this is my pick of the week for DC books. This was awesome. Very, very good. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's all I got this week. So, Thanks for watching again, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and comiccrazyreviews.webs.com. So until next time, everybody, I'll see you later.